according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan.
We're promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam.
Bank, I'm robbing y'all. Belts does nothing but collect dust, money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated.
Floyd Mayweather might have just messed up big time. He recently claimed he spent $42 million on apartments in Manhattan, but according to official records, there's no sign of any such purchase. He also bragged online about owning the buildings outright, with no partners involved. But now, it's all looking like a lie, and his reputation could take a serious hit.
All right, now Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings.
Floyd Mayweather approaches 50. His love for showing off his wealth is still going strong. He regularly shares videos of designer outfits, private jets, and stacks of cash. But critics say this constant need to prove he's rich might be setting him up for financial trouble. Instead of building long-term security, he's caught up in keeping up appearances.
It kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old to feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media. But, people on social media do what they do best, especially black people try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angelique started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of some type of ownership group that got a part of it. Then you got 50.
Viral video, Floyd spreads bundles of cash across a table like it's some kind of money buffet. He holds up stacks of $100 bills like they're trophies. But when someone feels the need to constantly show off cash, it usually points to one thing: insecurity. Real wealth doesn't need to shout. It doesn't beg for attention online.
Money made all day. Right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. Money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
Mayweather may have never lost a fight, but that doesn't mean people love watching him. In fact, a lot of fans admit they only tune in hoping to see him finally get beat. His defensive fighting style is often seen as dull, and when you add in his ego, it's no surprise many root for his fall rather than his victory. Not long ago, Floyd was banned for promoting shady financial scams. He backed sketchy crypto projects and other quick cash schemes. Once the ban was lifted, he didn't slow down. Instead, he teamed up with Kim Kardashian to push yet another NFT promo. It's clear he hasn't learned a thing. He's just making the same money-hungry moves all over again.
When Floyd Mayweather was banned for 3 years from promoting securities after scamming his fans with an ICO called Centratech. He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam. And now that it's 2022, his 3-year securities ban is over, and he's back to scamming again. He's currently being sued once again for his promotion of Ethereum Max alongside Kim Kardashian, and also has gotten really into NFTs.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweather. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months. If I win, you win.
Now, it's pretty obvious from these comments that Floyd has learned nothing after not reading the SEC settlement. So maybe that's why he tells us we can't lose by betting on him. So let's put that to the test with his last 3 NFT projects.
I'm dropping my NFT tonight. FloydNFT.com, August 10th. Go get it right now. Matter of fact, don't even wait till August 10th. Get it now. My NFT. Own a piece of my legacy. Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm not just in 30% or 40%. Full 100%. I'm behind you. I'm all the way in.
Now, Floyd's World was indeed a huge success for Floyd Mayweather, who raked in $4.9 million. But what happened to his fans? Well, they're furious because the price of this NFT has collapsed over 90%, and they angrily responded in the comment section, "You already have an NFT project. It's called @RealFloydNFT. You released it last year and then stopped working on it immediately after. Have you been punched in the head so much you're forgetting these things now?"
Skipping out on taxes to reportedly being held in Dubai over unpaid jewelry, Floyd's past is full of financial drama. And these aren't just random slip-ups, they're part of a bigger, ongoing pattern. It's not just about the money he's losing, it's also about the damage to his reputation, his credibility, and his grip on how the public sees him.
Well, it turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now, multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Floyd Mayweather has earned millions, but he's also faced accusations of taking money for events and merch that never happened. Fans have paid for meet and greets, appearances, and exclusive content, only to get nothing in return. A viral TikTok even exposed how much of his brand is all show, built on hype with little real value. He once bragged about making $100 million from the Conor McGregor fight, calling it a major money win. But many insiders and experts doubt those numbers.
What's the biggest fight you've ever had? Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, which ironically is a boxing event, but it's the biggest combat sports fight ever. What did that gross? It did 4.4 or 4.5 million buys at $100 a buy. Yeah. So that worked out okay. It did.
Sonnen, another fighter known for his sharp words, didn't hold back when talking about Floyd. He said the real issue isn't how much Floyd makes, it's how fast he spends it. Floyd's not fighting for pride or love of the sport anymore. He's doing it for the paychecks, the flashy life, the cars, the jets. But all that flash comes with a price. He's gone from chasing titles to just chasing money.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why? Why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion, Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, I mean, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
Floyd Mayweather often uses social media to show off his wealth, treating it as proof of his success. From piles of cash to luxury cars, his posts are all about status. But not everyone sees it as a good thing. Critics like Shannon Sharp have pointed out that this constant flexing might actually reveal poor money habits and a deep need to be seen. Instead of focusing on long-term financial stability, it seems Floyd is more concerned with impressing others. And if he keeps prioritizing image over smart decisions, it could lead to serious money problems down the road.
Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. He had to get the ones. Make it rain. Yeah. I need everybody. That girl collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, or whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
Love him or hate him, Floyd Mayweather has made a name for himself not only as a champion but also as one of the most arrogant athletes ever. He's openly said that money matters more to him than legacy. While that mindset might have made him rich for a while, it's also earned him plenty of hatred. And for many critics, that makes watching his fall from grace all the more satisfying.
His critics. Floyd Mayweather was trying to give y'all the fights, and everybody starts saying that this guy was too old, this guy was too that. Floyd Mayweather starts saying F all of y'all. F the belts, F you, F everything. I'm taking y'all to the bank, I'm robbing y'all. Belts does nothing but collect dust. Money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated. I train all day long, and I'm doing this to try to be one of the greats. Forget that. I'm gonna do it for me. He became one of the most selfish fighters you'll ever hear. That's why I never blamed Floyd. When y'all hear me say the Floyd Mayweather effect, a lot of Floyd Mayweather fans, you hate on Mayweather already. No, I'm talking about the effect. Floyd Mayweather is an all-time great fighter. But people grab the wrong things because most people aren't about hard work and dedication anyway. That's why to be great is rare. Most people try to find that shortcut, and they only saw Floyd's shortcut. They never saw his scenic route.
When Floyd came out of retirement to fight Logan Paul, it wasn't about competition, it was all about the cash. His debts and lavish lifestyle had caught up with him, and this YouTube match became his way to make some money. But things took a turn when Logan Paul accused him of not paying the $3 million he owed. The fight quickly shifted from boxing to legal threats. Logan even joked online that Floyd might be broke. While it sounded like a joke, the truth behind it stings. No one really knows where Floyd's money is going. The bottom line is, real billionaires don't need to constantly remind the world how rich they are.
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the Walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that did happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want my money.
I remember the week before I fought Floyd, I was in my hotel room by myself with my mind about to implode.
You're about to fight arguably the greatest boxer of all time.
As an 0-1 YouTuber.
It's great that you got the job done of getting the paperwork. I got Floyd Mayweather to agree to fight me. But you gave a respectable performance to where people walked away and it's not a gimmick anymore.
I owe Floyd a thanks. Floyd Mayweather, looking forward to receiving the rest of the money you owe me, but thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Things got heated when Logan Paul threatened to sue Floyd over the millions he still owed. He made it clear, I'll see you in court. If Logan wins, it won't just be a financial hit for Floyd, it'll be another blow to his already tarnished reputation. These aren't just bad business choices, they're signs of someone losing control.
You
or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this for the court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a...
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm with you. I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
It wouldn't be Floyd's first run-in with the law. He's already served time in jail and frequently talks about how fame took away his freedom. The ironic part is, his choices, financial or not, keep pulling him closer to more legal trouble. No amount of money matters if you end up behind bars.
I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. She was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back.
Former friend 50 Cent even opened up about how Floyd never paid him back for projects he helped fund. Floyd's excuse? He said 50 Cent never asked him to do it. That response shows not only a lack of gratitude, but a troubling habit of using people when it's convenient and then forgetting about them. Floyd Mayweather once called himself the greatest of all time, building an empire with his fists. But now, that empire seems to be falling apart, all because of his ego, scams, and reckless spending. From legal threats to fake investments, unpaid fighters, and shady deals, it's clear the empire is burning. And this time, there might not be a comeback. Anyone who's paying attention can see.
Anybody who knows Floyd knows he doesn't want to be alone. So in that situation, I was concerned about him because I went to visit him more than anyone else that he would qualify and would actually visit him. And it's because I knew that he feel like this. He'll buy stuff for you to keep you around. His temperament, there's no balance. He can do anything and they still stay there because